Okay, so in today's class, we'll discuss about a few miscellaneous antibiotics, a few small antibiotics are there, and we have treatment of UTI. Okay, now before doing that, I'd like to ask you what is the mechanism of action of macrolides? What is the mechanism of action of macrolides?
Binds with 50 SOM.
Hmm. Okay, and what do they do? Do they kill the bacteria or do they stop the growth?
Stop the growth.
Start.
Only stop the growth. If I give it a higher concentration, what will happen? See, yesterday I told you at a lower concentration it will be bacteriostatic. At higher concentration these will be bactericidal. Depends on the concentration that you are giving. Okay. What are the main organisms it will work on? What is the spectrum of this thing? Narrow spectrum बोल सकते हैं, wide broad spectrum बोल सकते हैं या medium spectrum.
Narrow spectrum.
Narrow spectrum specific एक ड्रग है या पूरी क्लास ही narrow spectrum है?
ये ड्रग है सर.
कौन सा ड्रग?
मीडियम स्पेक्ट्रम है सर.
Okay, if you are classifying macrolides as medium spectrum,
एक ग्राम पॉजिटिव ग्राम नेगेटिव
someone told that it is a narrow spectrum as well. One drug is narrow spectrum. What is that drug? Which was the original macrolide जहाँ से आपको synthetic मिले, semi-synthetic forms बने? When I was telling you about drugs, I told you there is one original macrolide from whom you get seven semi-synthetic derivatives. What is that original macrolide?
एरिथ्रोमाइसिन.
Hmm.
एरिथ्रोमाइसिन.
That fellow is narrow spectrum. ओके, तो किस किस को कवर करता है ये स्पेक्ट्रम में क्या क्या था?
अजिथ्रोमाइसिन.
स्पेक्ट्रम में क्या क्या था?
एरिथ्रोमाइसिन.
Sinusitis.
Gram positive and
Sinusitis.
gram negative aerobes.
ग्राम मीडियम स्पेक्ट्रम.
ग्राम पॉजिटिव एंड ग्राम नेगेटिव. अ फ्यू एग्जांपल्स. किस पे काम करता? एरोबिक ग्राम पॉजिटिव एंड ग्राम नेगेटिव बोले तो कौन आती है इसमें? हम्म,
Pseudomonas.
ओके. हाँ, क्लमीडिया पे काम करता?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Mycoplasma.
अच्छा, व्हाट अबाउट द पीके पैरामीटर्स ऑफ मैक्रोलाइड्स? हाउ आर दे?
Which is distilled in gastric acid.
So can I give it orally?
No enteric-coated tablet we can give.
Okay. What about its concentration? Will it achieve any concentration in CSF? Good concentration in CSF? CSF.
Yes, sir.
CSF.
Yes, sir. Good concentration.
एक बार फिर से देखो, it will obtain good concentration in all fluids except CSF. Okay. What is the route of excretion?
IV.
What is the
Binary
route of excretion? Biliary excretion. ओके, मीनिंग अगर बिलियरी एक्सक्रीशन हो रहा तो इसके दो पॉसिबिलिटीज आते हैं या दो एक्सप्लेनेशंस बोल सकते हैं इससे. One, will it affect any person who has renal failure? Do you need to adjust the dose in case your patient is having renal failure or renal problems?
No, sir.
Okay.
Don't need to.
अच्छा, एक और कंक्लूजन क्या आ सकता कि अगर पेशेंट को हेपाटिक फेलियर है या हेपाटिक प्रॉब्लम्स है उनके अंदर ये ड्रग दे सकते हैं.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Generally, no. Even if you are giving, you have to adjust the dose. More often than not, you just switch the drug. Okay. What are the common ADRs of the drug?
Hepatitis
Hmm.
with a cholesterol, jaundice.
Hmm. Cholestatic jaundice generally appears after how long?
Within 2
It
to
takes
3
some
2
time.
to 3 weeks.
2 to 3 weeks of treatment, it will appear. Okay. And one second. Yeah, sorry about that. Other than that, और कोई?
Cardiac arrhythmia, sir.
Fever,
Or can cause cardiac arrhythmias. Okay.
fever, nausea, vomiting.
Nausea, vomiting क्यों होता?
epigastric distress.
It will cause epigastric distress also. Okay. Think अगर biliary excretion हो रहा, nausea vomiting से कैसा related है? अरे हाँ, yesterday I asked you something, right? What is that? What?
Cyanosis.
Yeah, what is cyanosis? Yes. What is cyanosis?
Bluish discoloration of skin due to inadequate supply of oxygen.
ठीक है. ये कहाँ से आया था आपको तो cyanosis? Why did I ask cyanosis yesterday? It's related to a drug, no?
Azithromycin, sir. No, ketolite, sir. For ketolite.
Are you sure?
No, telithromycin. Telithromycin for this.
It is not related to macrolides or ketolites. कल ऐसा ही रिवीजन कर रहे जब पूछा था मैं.
Chloramphenicol.
Okay, now coming back to the ADRs of this thing. Someone was telling cardiac arrhythmias होता, nausea, vomiting होता, jaundice हो सकता, cholestatic jaundice, especially hepatitis हो सकता. Some people will have a few allergic reactions wherein they'll show fever and skin rashes. And generally speaking, fever, yeah, nausea, vomiting, abdominal cramps, ये पूरे as soon as you stop the treatment, the patient will stop having that reaction. As soon as recovery is done, you stop the drug, these reactions will also go away. Any specific drug interactions with erythromycin? Are there any drug interaction with it?
Reversible healing.
They are enzyme inhibitors,
Okay.
and any drug will rely on them. These drugs get metabolized.
Okay, they are drugs that are relying on this enzyme to get metabolized. So what will happen if I give that drug which is getting, relying on this enzyme to get metabolized with erythromycin?
So the plasma level increases.
Leading to?
Toxicity, sir.
अच्छा, प्लाज्मा लेवल क्यों इंक्रीज होता? Think logically. What will happen?
Erythromycin or
Increases the plasma level.
कैसे इंक्रीज हो रहा? वो
Sir.
पूछ रहा हूँ. अच्छा, what is this enzyme doing to our primary drug which is getting inhibited? कुछ कर रहा ना वो?
It inhibits microsomal enzymes.
हाँ बाबा, microsomal enzymes है. What do they do for that drug? Let us suppose one example for that drug is CBG, carbamazepine. Carbamazepine is relying on this enzyme for what?
Hepatic metabolism.
मेटाबोलाइज होने के लिए ये एंजाइम जरूरी है. अगर मेटाबॉलिज्म नहीं हुआ तो that drug will remain in distribution for longer period of time, leading to toxicity. That is how plasma level increases. प्लाज्मा लेवल इज रिलेटिवली इंक्रीजिंग. क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पर? लेट अस सपोज इतना पैक ऑफ ड्रग है. Slowly a few droplets of drug is coming into your blood and continuously they are getting metabolized and excreted. यहाँ पर let's suppose I created a barrier. ठीक है, metabolism is not occurring from here. So what will happen? Relatively, this concentration will start increasing because this fellow does not have any place to go. Concentration starts increasing. That is how toxicity occurs. Okay, that drug was supposed to get liberated anyhow, but because of this second drug, problem हो रहा. ठीक है. All right. What are the uses of macrolides? कहाँ यूज कर सकते हैं मैक्रोलाइट्स को? What are the conditions in which you will use? Okay.
Pneumonia.
Typical or atypical? Or both?
Atypical. Atypical. Sir.
Okay. So अगर एक पेशेंट को पीसीएन एलर्जी है तो ये दे सकते क्या?
Yes, sir.
What is PCN allergy?
Penicillin.
Okay. Other than that, और कौन से conditions पे दे सकते हैं इसको?
Streptococcal infection.
Tetanus, anthrax, skin infections.
Streptococcal infections like pharyngitis, tonsillitis, scarlet fever, ये पूरा में एरिथ्रोमाइसिन दे सकते हैं. अपन स्टाफ इन्फेक्शंस में भी दे सकते हैं. Legionnaires pneumonia में दे सकते हैं caused by Legionella. You can give it in diphtheria, you can give it in syphilis and gonorrhea. और किस में दे सकते हैं? Tell you a few more.
Whooping cough. Sir.
Whooping cough, okay. What is the causative agent of whooping cough? Acha, find out and tell me. Today's question: find out what is the causative agent of whooping cough? Okay. Other than this, और किस में दे सकते हैं?
Anthrax.
यहाँ पर भी you can use it as an alternative to PCN. Okay. You can give it as an alternative to fluoroquinolones in Campylobacter, especially gastroenteritis due to Campylobacter. उसमें आप दे सकते हैं macrolides. Now there are a few advantages of azithromycin over erythromycin. Right? Azithromycin is a semisynthetic derivative of erythromycin. What are those advantages?
So it is acid stable and has good absorption. It can penetrate easily through tissues. It doesn't suppress hepatic metabolism of other drugs. And no major drug interaction requires.
And
Even adverse effects are also less.
okay, fewer ADS and यहाँ किसका ज्यादा है? एरिथ्रोमाइसिन का ज्यादा है. अच्छा, let me put it in this way. Which will act longer, azithromycin or erythromycin?
Azithromycin.
Okay, ठीक है. ये ड्रग को डायरेक्टली देते या लोडिंग डोज देके देते?
Loading dose.
Loading dose.
Okay, what is LD of azithromycin?
500
mg.
MD?
mg.
250 ml.
250 mg.
Okay. What is loading dose?
It is a higher dose of original dose.
It is?
Higher or double dose of original dose.
Okay. What are you trying to achieve with that excessive dose?
High concentration.
High concentration. See, okay. Is there a time frame involved or you just want to increase the concentration?
To reach to the higher level, little higher level of the toxic dose.
And quicker. Okay. You want that concentration, therapeutic concentration, to be attained in the person's serum as quickly as possible. Once that loading dose is coming down, that is when you introduce the maintenance dose. You will time it in such a way that maintenance dose will start entering the plasma as soon as the loading dose, the dose of the drug loading dose के कम होने लगता. Okay. All right. Ketolides में कौन आते हैं?
Telithromycin.
Okay. Mechanism of action है? What is the mechanism of action of telithromycin?
So they are also bacterial. They also inhibition of bacterial protein biosynthesis, same as macrolides.
Microlide.
वही बोला था ना मैं कल, same as macrolide. वही बोल दिए हो गया. It will also inhibit 50S macrolide, 50S ribosomes, and depending on concentration, generally this will be more sidal rather than static. Anyway, इसको ketolides को कहाँ पर use करते हैं आप? Why ketolides come into picture? Why were they made? एक specific organism के लिए बनाए थे, but later on it is used for others as well.
Increase liver enzymes.
वो ADRs बोल रहे हैं बेटा, आप काय के लिए यूज करते बोल रहे हो? Telithromycin. Why were telithromycin? Why did telithromycin started to replace macrolide?
Community acquired pneumonia.
Okay, so macrolide started, or let me put it this way: certain organisms like pneumococci started developing resistance to macrolides. So to treat this pneumococci, community acquired rando या कोई और type of pneumonia rando या any pneumococcal infection, उसको treat करने के लिए telithromycin create हुआ था. And later on, Staph aureus, Streptococcus pyogenes, Streptococcus pneumonia, H influenza, ये पूरे strains which are developing resistance, उन लोगों को treat करने के लिए बहुत काम आता. Even chlamydia, Toxoplasma gondii, Bacteroides fragilis, it even has a few anaerobic coverage compared to macrolides. Okay. What about PK of telithromycin? Any specific PK? How is the absorption?
So it absorbs properly.
It is absorbed very well through oral dosages and can be given OD. Okay, and it has decent tissue penetration. Any specific adverse effects other than increasing liver enzymes?
Hepatic failure.
It can cause hepatic failure. Okay, and in which population should you avoid giving telithromycin? What is the drug interaction?
Cardiac problem.
Patients with cardiac problems. Why?
Because it can lead to arrhythmia.
How?
Cause QT prolongation.
Okay, it will cause QT prolongation leading to arrhythmia. Okay, so that is what we discussed yesterday. And today we'll discuss a few, small chiller drugs. After that, we can go to this thing, UTA. Now, where should we start off with? Okay, we'll start with vancomycin. Yeah, we'll start with clindamycin. Better. So there is a drug called clindamycin. Clindamycin जो है, it will bind to 50S ribosome and suppresses protein synthesis. That is the mechanism of action. 50S ribosome binding and inhibition of protein synthesis. अब स्पेक्ट्रम इसका मेनली विल इन्वॉल्व स्ट्रेप्टोकोकस, स्टेफाइलोकोकस, न्यूमोकोकस पे काम करता है, थोड़े एनारोब्स पे भी अच्छा काम करता है ये. दैट इज व्हाई क्लिंडामाइसिन इज हाउ शुड आई पुट इट, it is preferred in tricky situations. Okay, and it gets absorbed very well as well. Orally अच्छा absorb होता, it will attain good bone and tissue concentration. So if you have any bone disorder, bone infection as well, उसमें भी use कर सकते हैं clindamycin को. Depending on the concentration you are giving, it will either be static low concentration, or it will be sidal at higher concentration. Okay. अगर ज्यादा concentration दिए clindamycin का तो बैक्टीरिया मर जाता, अगर कम concentration दिए clindamycin का तो बैक्टीरियल ग्रोथ रुक जाती. Main adverse effect with clindamycin will be diarrhea. ठीक है, epigastric distress, abdominal distress, specifically due to pseudomembranous colitis. It will cause pseudomembranous colitis. Okay, and that will lead to diarrhea. It will also lead to skin rashes. Sometimes it can cause neuromuscular blockage. Okay, if you are giving IV, it can lead to thrombophlebitis. So the blood vessel you are injecting it into, that can undergo inflammation. Now the main uses of clindamycin will be anaerobic infections, abdominal rhino, pelvic rhino, bone infections or joint infections. You can use it for strep, staph, especially MRSA. Methicillin resistant staphylococcus aureus है, उस पे clindamycin अच्छा काम करता. Now there are a few strains of MRSA that are slowly developing resistance to even clindamycin, but in most cases it will work. ये इसमें भी काम करता. Have you ever heard of an organism called Pneumocystis jirovecii? It will also cause pneumonia. Pneumocystis jirovecii. ठीक है, इट विल कॉज नीमोसिस्टिस निमोनिया और नीमोसिस्टिक निमोनिया, उस पर काम करता. अगर एड्स पेशेंट में टॉक्सोप्लाज्मोसिस हो रहा, टॉक्सोप्लाज्मा गॉन्डी से टॉक्सोप्लाज्मोसिस होता, उसमें क्लिंडामाइसिन यूज कर सकते हैं. जनरली क्या करते हैं, अगर किसी को टॉक्सोप्लाज्मोसिस हो रहा तो क्लिंडामाइसिन एंड पायरिमेथामाइन इज अनदर ड्रग, सम अदर टाइम we'll discuss that. You can give a combination of pyrimethamine and clindamycin together. Okay, this is in toxoplasma. अगर टॉक्सोप्लाज्मा इन्फेक्शन है, टॉक्सोप्लाज्मोसिस essentially, you can give clindamycin plus pyrimethamine. ठीक है. You can also use it as a prophylactic, especially a valvular heart disease है, who are undergoing dental procedures. वो conditions में आप prophylaxis के लिए clindamycin use कर सकते हैं. Prophylaxis is a condition in which you are taking precaution and giving an antibiotic. You can just in case infection develops. To avoid that, you are giving this. So that is about clindamycin. Nothing new. Mechanism of action is the same word. It's just that it's slightly a new drug. Okay. Then we have something called vancomycin. Ye drug. Now, in certain textbooks, you will find it under miscellaneous antibiotics. In certain textbooks, you will find it under glycopeptide antibiotics. Teicoplanin and this fellow. Glycopeptide antibiotics. Okay. Vancomycin आता, teicoplanin भी आता. Plus teicoplanin. Now, vancomycin is particularly good for MRSA. अगर दूसरे लोअर ग्रेड एंटीबायोटिक्स काम नहीं करते तो vancomycin जनरली काम करता. The gram-positive organisms, especially the main mechanism of action to which vancomycin works is by inhibition of cell wall synthesis, leading to death of the bacteria. Okay, cell wall synthesis decreases or gets disrupted, and I'm putting that slash so that it indicates inhibition. All right, not cutting what I'm writing, leading to bactericidal effect. Ultimately death of the bacteria. Now, orally it will not be absorbed properly. Keep that in mind. Always given IV. Not absorbed orally, or at least not well absorbed. Hence, given IV. Right. It gets distributed very well and mainly gets excreted through kidneys. Excretion is through kidneys. So adjust the dose or stop the drug in case of renal failure or kidney problems. Main adverse effects will be injection site pain. It can cause thrombophlebitis. It can also cause ototoxicity and nephrotoxicity. Very important. Ototoxicity and nephrotoxicity. Other than that, it can also cause skin rashes. Adjust the dose in case of renal impairment. If the patient is having renal impairment, adjust the dose. Adjust dose in renal impairment. Generally avoid co-administering with drugs that have ototoxic or nephrotoxic potential. What other drug did we discuss that had ototoxic or nephrotoxic potential? एक ड्रग था ना, सेम कॉम्बिनेशन का एडवर्स इफेक्ट था, एक ड्रग क्लास एक्चुअली that caused ototoxicity and nephrotoxicity.
Aminoglycosides.
Aminoglycosides also have the potential of causing ototoxicity and nephrotoxicity. Never mix these two. Now, there is one specific adverse effect that occurs because of IV infusion of vancomycin, especially if you are not diluting the dose. ठीक है, अगर आप vancomycin को dilute करके inject नहीं करें as infusion over 1 to 2 hours, and you are giving an IV infusion undiluted form, sometimes it will trigger a reaction where a lot of histamine is released. Okay, tons of histamine will be released inside your body, and it will cause a maculopapular rash. Maculopapular rash. This condition is called Redman syndrome. Maculopapular rash will occur over head, neck, back. The patient will also have fever and they might even have chills. Redman syndrome looks like this. Here I'm only showing the hand. So essentially, this is how a maculopapular rash looks. Okay, imagine this all over the person's body, upper body at least, neck, back, hand, head. Okay, अलग-अलग जगह पे होता. That condition is called Redman syndrome. So vancomycin का एक specific side effect or adverse effect, remember, is Redman syndrome. Okay. Now, the main use for vancomycin is you can use it for pseudomembranous colitis. Now, you might be getting this idea. Clindamycin का क्या बोलते हैं adverse effect है pseudomembranous colitis. Vancomycin का indication है pseudomembranous colitis. Meaning, vancomycin can be used for pseudomembranous colitis. Clindamycin can be used for clindamycin causes diarrhea due to pseudomembranous colitis. ये difference कैसा है? Clindamycin जो diarrhea cause कर रहा, that is because it is suppressing a microflora that is leading to pseudomembranous colitis. यहाँ पर vancomycin is used for other organisms that can cause pseudomembranous colitis, not because of an antibiotic. Keep that in mind. You will never treat adverse effects. ठीक है? अगर समझो एक patient को, let's suppose they are taking a drug and they are getting fever, you will not add another drug to treat the adverse effect. You will simply stop the initial drug if it is not controlled. Okay, अगर controllable level में है तो you can just let it be. But remember this always: you will not treat adverse effects. You will only treat the condition, underlying condition. ठीक है? पेट में दर्द हो रहा है, ड्रग लेने के बाद तो पेट दर्द की दवा नहीं देते आप. Right? It can be used for MRSA especially that causes osteomyelitis, or it can be used endocarditis. MRSA की वजह से soft tissue abscesses जो होते MRSA की वजह से उसमें यूज कर सकते हैं vancomycin को. Enterococcal endocarditis उसमें भी यूज कर सकते हैं. Enterococcal infections, enterococcal endocarditis, especially as an alternative to PCN. If the patient is PCN allergic or simply not working, वो condition में आप enterococcal endocarditis में ये यूज कर सकते हैं. अगर PCN रेसिस्टेंट है तो न्यूमोकोकल इन्फेक्शन में भी आप यूज कर सकते हैं, स्पेशली अगर न्यूमोकोकल इन्फेक्शन है. न्यूमोकोकल इन्फेक्शंस में you generally include vanco plus cephalosporin. Any generally second, third generation use करते हैं, but you can use cephalosporin, specific cephalosporin. ठीक है, for pneumococcal infection and vancomycin combination. ठीक है, both of them will have similar mechanism of action. दोनों भी cell wall inhibit करते हैं. Then there is teicoplanin, another glycopeptide. Teicoplanin has the same mechanism of action as vancomycin, and spectrum is also pretty much similar. It is just that this drug can be given IM, intramuscular दे सकते, and it is less toxic, generally more long lasting compared to vancomycin. So slightly better drug. Okay, it lasts longer than vancomycin, and it has less toxicity compared to vancomycin. Mainly अगर एडवर्स इफेक्ट्स भी दिखे इसके टिकोप्लानिन के तो मेनली एलर्जिक रिएक्शंस होते हैं, फीवर, रैशेस, दैट काइंड ऑफ एलर्जिक रिएक्शंस, रेडनेस, चिल्स हुए तो होते। द यूजेस विल बी सिमिलर। एमआरएसए की वजह से जो ऑस्टियोमाइलिटिस होता है, एंडोकार्डिटिस होता है या एंट्रोकोकाई, उसमें आप टिकोप्लानिन यूज कर सकते हैं। You use around 200 to 400 mg per day of ticoplan. Right. Then there is another class of antibiotics. These are all miscellaneous antibiotics. Okay, polypeptide antibiotics. Polypeptide antibiotics. Antibiotics. अब इसमें मेनली एक ड्रग आता था, पॉलीमिक्सिन। ठीक है, पॉलीमिक्सिन के अलग अलग फॉर्म्स थे, पॉलीमिक्सिन ए, बी, सी, डी, ई। पॉलीमिक्सिन एफ वाज कॉल्ड कोलेस्टिन। ठीक है, so just remember there are two drugs in polypeptide antibiotic, polymyxin and colistin. Both of them will work similarly. They will alter cell membrane permeability. The mechanism of action is that they will alter cell membrane permeability. Alter cell membrane permeability. And because cell membrane permeability changes, the cell contents will leak out of the bacteria, leading to death of the bacteria. Okay, it's completely bactericidal. Now, one thing you have to remember is that polypeptide antibiotics are essentially polymyxin and colistin is only given in life-threatening condition because these drugs themselves are very dangerous. ठीक है, you can give it, क्या बोलते हैं आप, टॉपिकली यूज कर सकते हैं, कभी कभी ओरली तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं दे सकते, नॉट यूज ओरली एट ऑल। ठीक है, पॉलीपेप्टाइड एंटीबायोटिक्स नो ओरल यूसेज। ठीक है, यू कैन गिव इट आईवी ओनली इन लाइफ थ्रेटनिंग कंडीशंस। यू यूज इट सिस्टमिकली ओनली लाइफ थ्रेटनिंग कंडीशन, स्पेशली अगर स्किन या आई इन्फेक्शन है उसमें यूज कर सकते हैं। These drugs are highly nephrotoxic, highly neurotoxic. So adverse effects में nephrotoxic, neurotoxic, it will cause fever, it will cause thrombophlebitis and rashes. Thrombophlebitis and rashes. ठीक है, now polymyxin and colistin भी generally loading dose देके फिर mid-dose dose देते हैं generally for 2 consecutive days or for 1 day you will give colistin का इसको million units में देते हैं। तो depending on the patient's condition 6 million units या 9 million units या 12 million units देते हैं। तो loading dose will be around 9 million units। अगर 9 million units दे रहे तो आप दिन में 1 या 2 बार देते, तो उसके बाद मेंटेनेंस डोज पे 9 million units नेक्स्ट डे से ओडी कर देते, स्पेशली कोलिस्टिन को। If by mistake you give 2 loading doses, I mean in the consecutive days, अगर आप एक दिन दिए, सेकेंड डे दिए, there is a good chance the patient's kidneys will start getting damaged severely. Okay, that is how toxic these drugs are. So only in special conditions where other drugs are not working, that is when colistin is used. These will come under higher end antibiotics. Okay, these are not yet chiller, penicillin, cephalosporin. उससे उतना फर्क नहीं पड़ता, इससे बहुत फर्क पड़ सकता है। The patient can, ये कैसा चांस रहता बोले तो, this is essentially very close to a poison, but it is just that you either save the patient's life or you save the patient's liver, वैसा, या kidney in this situation. ठीक है, especially in patients who are on colistin for a long period of time, उन लोगों के अंदर the theory behind using colistin for a long period of time is that if the patient survives, we can replace the kidney. ठीक है, तो उतना डैमेज रहता है। And we'll discuss about the other miscellaneous antibiotics and UTI tomorrow. All right.